begin in Northern Kentucky, where a unique partnership between a children's home and a school system is giving a big boost to kids in need.
They've experienced deaths firsthand, mental health as far as abuse in the home, which puts our students behind academically and behaviorally.
Lori Duffy is the principal of TLC, Transformational Learning Center, a collaboration between the Children's Home of Northern Kentucky and the Covington Independent School System.
It's been very effective. We've been able to help a tremendous amount of students.
We're excited to have Ms. Duffy and Mr. Gorhana with us during our student.
Each institution does what it does best, while filling a need for the other.
Can I just say it?
The school district created an alternative school here,
Or actually say Friday.
while the Children's Home provides mental health services, both for its residents and students who come here just for the day.
How's your day been going?
I didn't think I was gonna like it up here until I actually came up here and started working, and then I started getting the credits and everything else, and that's when I started taking off.
They try to get you to balance you to get you back to that other school.
We go to great lengths to avoid expulsion.
Director of Pupil Personnel for Covington's Independent Schools, Ken Kippenbrock, was one of the pioneers of the partnership.
I was challenged by the superintendent to come up with some alternatives to expulsion, and of course an alternative school is a great way to do that. And we kind of had the idea, what if we could marry these two concepts, alternative programming with the therapeutic services that the Children's Home could offer.
This partnership is not simply about helping a school district. It is about, truthfully, creating a new sense of health and wellness in Kentucky.
Rick Worth is the Children's Home of Northern Kentucky's CEO.
We live in an age where so many of our citizens are singularly focused on great test scores for our public schools. And yet I think the general population sometimes lacks the understanding of how many support services it takes for certain kids to successfully walk across that graduation stage. We have had record numbers of youth coming into state's custody, and the whole issue of the epidemic of drug usage is certainly making that scenario more problematic.
We have kids with multiple needs.
Covington Superintendent Alvin Garrison says the partnership is paying big dividends.
You can't leave it, to the school district alone to meet all the needs of a kid. So if you have community partners out there that want to come to the table and put kids at the top of the list and then work through everything else, I think that's so beneficial not only to the school district and that partner, but to the community as a whole.
The better you work together benefits the student, benefits your entire region.
Optimism.
I'm getting my grades up. Everything is going good. My parents are proud of me and I'm proud of myself again.
Right when you walk in, the teachers, they just start your day off really good, and they're always motivating you to do your work, and they make it fun too.
If she wouldn't have never helped me.
We have students who are experiencing extremely high levels of trauma in their childhood.
Dr. Ronnie Nolan is the director of Kentucky's Educational Collaborative for State Agency Children.
We see such a need for not just children who are in state care, but kids in our alternative schools across the state who have an increasing need for mental health services. We oftentimes don't have all of the resources we need as a school district and as educators to address those needs. And the unique partnership here is that the district started asking, how can we better serve students? They started looking at their student population and started talking about the demographics, the trauma they were seeing in their classrooms, the behavior that's a result of that trauma, and realizing very quickly that they didn't have all the tools in their toolkit that they needed. And they started asking the right questions. Who does have those toolkits? And how can we get connected with them?
The Children's Home has been an oasis for troubled children in Northern Kentucky since the 1880s, and its picturesque setting in Covington's DeVue Park didn't come about by happenstance.
One of the blessings that we have at Children's Home of Northern Kentucky, specifically with our main campus, 26 acres overlooking downtown Cincinnati and the Ohio River, is that it captures attention, and people are often commenting about the beautiful view, and it's a pleasure to say to them, yes, it's a beautiful view. But the work that is happening within these walls and within the lives of the employees working out in the community is even something more spectacular and more beautiful.
I mean, look at the facility. If you were a child struggling, maybe emotionally or trauma-informed, you start with just, coming to a facility of this stature. And it tells a kid that we care about you, we're invested in you. And so I think that's at the beginning, then the people within that organization or that building wrap around them, tell them we love you, we're here to help you. I think that's such a powerful message being sent to students, and especially our students.
It's a beautiful campus. We have small classrooms with 10 kids in a classroom here. We have caring teachers. We have all of those supports. And when students leave here, they're not going to have those things. And so what's critical is that this program is teaching them the skills they need to be successful when they don't have those things.
I couldn't be happier for our kids.
We are in the tulip business, not the marigold business. And that image that I'm borrowing from a horticulture therapist here at the Children's Home is that you plant some marigold seeds and you'll see results very quickly. Tulips, not so much. You put the tulip bulb in the ground and it very well may be months before you see results, but when they do emerge, they're spectacular.
I'm gonna go back with a fresh mind, stay to myself, do what I gotta do so I can walk across the stage. I'm going to college.
It truly is beautiful in DeVue Park, both the view of the city and to see that partnership working so well. Assignment Education on KET is made possible with generous support from
the Kentucky Community and Technical College System. 16 colleges working together to educate skilled workers and create better lives for a better Kentucky.
The Pritchard Committee for Academic Excellence is committed to engaging Kentuckians on education issues and closing achievement gaps, building a groundswell for better education, early childhood through college. Learn more at pritchardcommittee.org.